Hey, Scott here, and welcome back to the Practical Kung Fu YouTube channel. And so in this video I want to cover the details of the Roundhouse Kick as I was taught when I was studying Kung Fu years ago. So starting off in our lunge stance, I'm in a left lunge stance. Feet is, the weight is evenly distributed between both feet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push off that back foot and rotate on the ball of my left foot so that my left foot ends up pointing 90 degrees to the left. And then I'm going to draw the foot, my right leg, up into the chamber position. So that chamber position, we want to have our knee in line with our hip and our shoulder, and the thigh is pointed straight forward. The lower part of your leg is perpendicular to your thigh, and then your foot is going to be pointed in line with that lower part of your leg, so it's going to be pointed straight out to the side that way. You're going to end up, generally speaking, the way we trained it, we were training to strike with the top part of our foot. It's probably best that you try to target with your shin rather than your foot, because you have a good chance of breaking a foot anytime your foot is striking a hard object, so it's just too fragile. So ideally we're trying to get into the rib cage, into the thigh. You'll see Taekwondo martial artists practicing this kick to throw it very high and up towards the head. That puts them in an extremely vulnerable position though, because their bodies lean way back to get that kick very high. You do want to train it high so that when you throw it low, you have a lot more power. So again, push off of that back foot, rotate on the left. Now we want to feel like as we throw the kick, we're going to rotate the hips over and extend the leg. And so that effectively gets us striking more at a downward kind of an angle with the kick. Generally speaking, you'll see a lot of martial artists throwing this at an upward angle. The Muay Thai fighters generally use a similar kind of a kick going into the rib cage with their shin, not with their foot. So they're in fairly close and they're striking into that rib cage kind of at an upward angle, and that can end a fight pretty quickly by breaking a couple ribs. As we're practicing this into the air and into the heavy bag though, we're going to practice striking with the top part of our foot. Line yourself on the right side of the bag, your right hip, your right shoulder, and make sure you have proper distancing. And work on those details, pushing off that back foot, rotating on the left heel, or the heel of the ball of that front foot, rotate on the ball of that front foot. And then at that last second, you're rotating the hips over and then striking the bag with the top of your foot. But you can also work on striking with the shin, kind of at an upward angle as well. When you're throwing this kick, be sure to try and keep your hands up in a guard position. One of the big mistakes I see by newer martial artists is they'll throw this kick and get those arms going out to the sides as they try and maintain their balance. But you really want to keep your arms up in a guard position, hands in a guard position. That does require practice and probably some decent core strength as well. So those are the details of the Roundhouse Kick. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you down the road.